Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another Farming Simulator 19 mod contest spotlight. I swear we're getting up to the end of these now. I am so glad about this. This time we're going to be looking at something in the placeable section. It's a shed, it's a large mechanic shop, which I'm not entirely... Oh my god, where will this even fit? Can't be placed here or here. Will I have to sell, like, the entire yard on this map to get this thing to fit? Ooh, can I fit it, like, here? I don't own this land. That's easily changed. I didn't think I'd need to buy a Giganto field. Immediate reaction is that they really weren't kidding when they said it's large. Okay, it'll fit there. Running over is faster than driving over, comically. Because I'm using cheat speed. So, let's have a look. Presuming the door's open. I'm liking the sounds and stuff. This is where some textures with normals fall apart. Like, it looks really good here. And this isn't a slide on the mod, this is just a slide on all textures that have normals. It looks really good from here, but as soon as you get up and you look in this direction, you realise it's completely flat. So I'm guessing this is intended for use on big American maps. Possibly big American maps that maybe have something with 6 wheels. And, you know, is called a big bud. It very much strikes me as something that is intended for use with the big bud. Definitely something that is intended for use on American style maps. And as kind of an indirect result of that, oh, I appreciate that. The vehicle overview on the laptop. That's a nice little touch. As a result of it being, like, for use in American maps, it is way too big for what I would ever need in a building. This has floodlights and I'm not sure how to turn them on. You can see the light up there. Does it, like, have to be nighttime or something for them to come on? Or can I turn them on during the day? Is there a switch somewhere to do it? Is it this switch? Does that switch do anything? Switch. That switch doesn't seem to do anything, it's just there for show. What about this one? That turns off the lights inside. No, I want the lights inside on. That's another inside light switch. There's a switch maybe on the side here somewhere? Or is it just they detect that it's nighttime and do it? I can check. Just set a time 23. They just detect if it's nighttime or not. So look through this at night just for funsies. Because it's as bright as daylight in here. Yeah, these lights just wait until it's nighttime. That's fine. No, let's set daytime to noon again. I don't really know what to make of this, if I am completely honest. It says it's a mechanic shop. I'm not seeing any trigger for vehicle work, which means that it's just a shed. Like, it does specifically say large mechanic shop. 41 by 36 meters, the oversized bay doors suitable for repairing large vehicles. That's all well and good, calling it a mechanic shop and it having doors suitable for repairing large vehicles. But unless you've got the trigger in here, which it seems like you don't, it's just a gigantic shed. Which is fine. I've got nothing against gigantic sheds. But maybe if you're making gigantic sheds... I've opened the door by mistake there. Maybe if you're making gigantic sheds, these light switches are really inconsistent. If you're making gigantic sheds, maybe just call them really huge bloomin' sheds. And as a secondary thing, if you're gonna have light switches, maybe set it so that the lights look like they're on when they're on. Like, they definitely look off right now. I look up again, they look off, but they're slightly different color. And you can see the reflection of where the light is, which is apparently under the ground. Just my perception, it might actually be above them, but the lights should have a visual brightness about them. They should all actually ideally be light sources. I suppose I should stop with the complaints and notes about this map, and just about this mod, and just kind of give my final opinion on the rating scale. Quick explanation: that 1 doesn't work, but it loads into game at the very least. 2, it does work, but there are issues, and or it's just not up to Giant standards. And Giant standards being the base game standards. 3 is, it is something that I could completely see Giants making and putting into the base game. 4 is, it takes what Giants do and tweaks it so that, and expands upon it, or changes something and does something really cool, or is particularly well modeled. It would have to be something really spectacular. It adds something into the game. And then 5 is basically Seasons mod, so yeah, don't expect me to hand out a 5, like, ever. 5 is a complete game-changing mod that I will probably want to use forever. This shed, I'm gonna explain this rating because it's an odd one. A 2.999999, just add 9s forever. Actually, a 2.9 straight up. 2.9. The reasons I'm giving it a 2.9 are many. Well, there are a few. Number 1, it's huge, which I know some of you guys, some people love huge humongous sheds. Problem with sheds this big is they're very, very difficult to place out on a map unless it is mostly or completely flat. The second issue is it says it's a mechanic shed, does not have a mechanic trigger in here at all. So it doesn't do what it says it does. If this was just called large, I guess large workshop, large shed, huge shed, giganto shed, I'd be fine with it. The fact that it included the word that it is literally in the shop, a mechanic shop, not a workshop shed or something like that, and doesn't have any way that you can actually work on the vehicles in here, that is definitely a negative and does detract from the mod. And the third thing that really kind of got my nerves a small bit, and it's something that just distracts me more than gets on my nerves, if I'm being honest. And it's not something that is a huge, massive issue that I will hate forever. The lights don't come on. Like, yeah, they come on in terms of lighting the place up. They don't visibly come on. And when you go to the trouble of, like, putting sounds on the doors and stuff, and they're really nice sounds and they're timed really well to suit the animation, and you don't take the extra bit of time to make the lights actually light up, that is really sad, because that would have been a nice little extra little bit on top, a nice little cherry on top of how nice this looks overall. So the Sub-Giant's quality is mainly due to the fact that it doesn't have a workshop trigger, despite the fact that it's mainly due to it being misleading, honestly. It says it's a mechanic shop, you can't use it as a mechanic shop. And while that's a bit mean, mods that mislead me annoy the crap out of me, so I'm gonna be a bit mean. The size isn't really a detraction. It is something that is noteworthy as a potential issue on most maps, but it's not something that is an inherent problem with the mod. It's actually an inherent problem with how the game works. And the lighting thing is just a visual annoyance that does detract slightly. But that is going to do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. I'll leave you by saying stay safe and goodbye, because I almost did the wrong outro. Stay safe and goodbye.